My name is Scott Senior. I am a professional percussionist here in the city of Winnipeg, Manitoba. I've lived here my whole life. I've traveled the world, but this has been my route for the last 32 years.
How did you get into percussion?
I started playing drum set, as we know, with cymbals and sticks when I was around 10 years old. And when I had a drum teacher at that time, who thought I was quite good for my age. I was around 13, and he asked if I would join him with an ensemble for the Pan American Games that were coming to Winnipeg to play with all these percussionists from around the world. And he gave me a simple pattern, but that was the first time I saw percussion. I saw a guy playing congas, and I just looked up and I said, that's what I'm going to do.
Because you've actually gone down to Cuba or Latin America to study? And
I needed to go feel the energy on the streets of Havana, Cuba, or smell the cooking of Rio de Janeiro, and tie that in with the music that I was really loving, and study with the people that really make me want to learn, you know what I mean? And there's something really special about drumming, and I don't know if this is just a drumming thing, but percussionist drummers are very communal. They'll be happy to share their little techniques and little secrets and who they learned from. There's nothing held back, you know what I mean? It's a very brotherly, sisterly thing. So, you know, when they say music is universal, it really is, because I can go to these places, not being from there, but being accepted, open arms, and come to my house, you know, and you know, study with what I consider my heroes. So, yeah.
What are some of the more, say, recent or distinctive percussion kind of instruments or whatever that you play or that you're adding to your repertoire?
My latest recovery was the drum set. The term percussionist is a completely different role than a drummer. I mean, you have to almost be where the drummer leaves spots. That's where you kind of live. So thinking like that after so many years and playing alongside drummers and kind of knowing what I wanted. So I've really approached the drum set a little differently. My love for tradition of music, and all the music that came out of slavery. I play a lot of instruments that were, you know, through that, 400 years ago, I play the cajon, which is basically a wooden box. And it gives the same kind of timbre as a drum set with a low end and a snap. Well, I mean, that really came from playing on codfish boxes through slavery, you know, a direct translation of that. So, yeah, a lot of the instruments when I was in Brazil, and really jumped out at me. And a lot of very melodic percussion instruments, and that was what I was missing. I knew there had to be more melody in these things that you hit with your hands or sticks. So, you know, really understanding that has been and exploring that has been a huge thing for me as well.
So your drums have taken you around the world.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the highlights?
Oh man, as a touring musician, I've gotten to see countries I would never even really thought of going. You know, I've been able to tour throughout Europe, all of North America, little towns, Alaska. You know, never thought get to Alaska. So I got to see that, and the people I met, a lot of the musicians I got to share stages with, has been fantastic.
Like?
Oh, Bela Fleck, Pete Seeger, the Buena Vista Social Club. So it never gets old.
Nice.
You know, that's the thing. It's just, as I'm learning more and more, I'm also getting new experiences. And that was the one thing, you know, being on tour, not having to leave, but making that choice to. And then returning home. I've been now home for over a year, really solidly, to be with my family and just to play with the great talents in Winnipeg. You know, I don't need to leave Winnipeg to, one, make a living, but two, to also feed that creative juice. I mean, we have so many fantastic musicians here.